What's good, y'all? Day 28 of my 31 day challenge. And this is a franchise I never explored. This is an old franchise. I watched The Hills Have Eyes. It came out in 2006, but I did not know this was a remake of an older one. I always remember when I was younger, going to the movie theaters, this poster board of a lady laying down and this hand was covering her face, and it was The Hills Have Eyes, but I was too young to go see horror movies at that time. But even when I got older, I never took the time to check this out. I don't know why I never caught my eye, but we did it this time with this challenge. And I must say, I enjoyed myself. Is it an amazing movie? No, but the direction it went was far different than what I thought it was going to be. Because people told me it was dark and, horrific and stuff like that. I will erase the dark part unless they talk about the things these creatures did in The Hills Have Eyes. But I was expecting, when I first came into this, I was expecting late at night, this certain monster chasing you. When I saw the cover with the hand over the girl's face, I thought it was one person that someone is running away from. And no, it's different. So the plot is this family's on a road trip to San Diego, and on the way to San Diego, they got stuck in the desert because of an accident. Now they got to figure out because they're in the middle of the desert, they got to figure out, okay, how can we get first reception to make a phone call for help? And how we're going to get out of this situation. And in the middle of all that, they had no idea that they was in the middle of a nuclear site that happened decades ago. And there's mutant monsters still lingering around from the aftermath of the nuke. And now they're being attacked. Most of this situation is in broad daylight. It's not at night, so it's not something where you're going to get jump scared and something like that. And you're dealing with mutant monsters that were once human, but they obviously mutated. And it becomes a fun ride. I will give a shout out to someone that was in this movie that stuck out in my opinion. It was no human actor. The one character that stuck out was the dog. I love the dog. I believe his name was Beast. Dog was a beast in this movie. The way he was protecting his fellow humans, I loved it, bro. He didn't have a lot of screen time, but the way he was showcased. And I'll give a tiny spoiler here. There was one moment where, hold on, sorry, light was flashing. But there was one moment where one of the mutants were saying something on a walkie-talkie, and he had no idea the dog was right behind them. The mutant was saying something like, go kill a certain individual, one of the survivors. And the dog heard that, and the mutant turned around, and the dog looked at him like, what did you just say? Okay. Give me a minute. I'll protect y'all in a minute. Let me handle this mutant. And the mutant's by himself with the dog. The dog ripped him apart. I love that canine the whole time. I think his name was Beast. They had two dogs. Unfortunately, one didn't survive, but the other one did. And the writing for him, I loved it. But anyway, yeah, as a first watch of not just this movie, but the franchise, it was fun. It was a good time. Some shocking deaths. I will say it is pretty graphic. Because like I said, this whole thing is in sunlight, so the deaths that you see it all. And these mutants do not, how should I say it? They do not take anything lightly. Like I said, they're there for human flesh already. But when they kill you, they want to make sure you're going. So they do, yeah, there was some moments that shocked me. They make you feel bad for some of these mutants. I mean, the most of them are evil and disgusting. Let me be real with you. But you could tell some other ones that was in this land, they did not want what happened to them to be. You know what I'm saying? You feel sorry for them because while these other ones are going crazy, they're sitting there like, I'm sorry that you're dealing with this. There's this one girl with a red hoodie, and you feel bad for her, bro. It's like she did not ask for this, and now she's have to stay around with these psychos. And I like how they wrote that. It was small, but I like that. Also, one last thing I want to point out. The world that the mutants live in, like I said, it was a nuke site. I love how their world reminded me of Fallout. It reminded me of if I was watching the Fallout show or playing a Fallout game, how the city looked with all the mannequins and everything. As I was watching it, all I could think about was Fallout. I always like that little nugget in there. I don't know which one was influenced first. I can't remember when Fallout came out. I think Fallout came out first. This came out in 2000. Yeah, I think Fallout came out first. But yeah, overall, a really good movie. Like I said, is it amazing? It's going to be up there to top tier Mount Rushmore? No, but it was enjoyable. I heard there was a second one. I don't know if I should watch that. I don't know. You know how I was looking at the cast and I realized the original cast is not in the second one. So I'm like, is this a whole new story or what? sometimes with sequels, I'm hesitant on that because it can mess up what I already enjoyed, like the Joker movie. I don't need to go through that. So anyway, day 28 is in the bag. I'm glad I checked out this franchise. It was enjoyable. All right, well, thank you so much for tuning in. See you tomorrow.